What's going on, everybody? Top 10 Pokemon back, and it is time for my favorite segment of the week, and I'm sure yours too, the top Pokemon card auctions of the week recap. This series just never gets old because there are so many amazing auctions that come through each and every week, and I'm so excited to share them with you all today. Folks, I would like to remind you to please consider being a subscriber to this channel. Please give the video a like. Please use my eBay affiliate link to support the channel if you do any shopping on eBay. Thank you so much. Folks, I feel like I say this every week, and I probably do, but it's still true. We're going to see some cards that we've never seen before. A lot of cards from Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Platinum Series. So a lot of different cards, a lot of variety to go through this week, so stay tuned. I think you're really going to like it. We're also going to take a look at some weird sealed product sales that I've seen come through in auction. Some shady sales, if you ask me, but we'll get to that here shortly. Let's start this video out with some modern cards, starting with, of course, Lost Origins. We saw a Pikachu V Trainer Gallery card sell for $167.50. We saw the Aerodactyl V alternate art coming up in the world. This card, when it first came out, was like $300 to $400. This week, selling for $525 as a PSA 10. We also saw the Giratina V alternate art kind of come down on the English side, selling for $665, but the Japanese variant is soaring high this week, selling for $1,225, so nearly double the cost of an English Giratina. Here we have the Pikachu V Union card. All four cards broken up, I guess you could say, in PSA 10. All four cards sold this week for $211. We had a couple of very interesting sales from Evolution set with this Charmander Toys R Us Cosmos Holofoil card. I love this card. One of my favorites from Evolutions. This card sold for $760 this week. And then we saw this holographic Mew. Now, folks, if you weren't there, a year, maybe a year and a half ago, maybe even 2 years ago, this card was selling for over $700. It was nuts. But of course, since then it's come down. This week sold for $87. So I still think this is the prettiest card in all of Evolutions, but it's sad to see it come down so drastically. So yeah, $87 for this regular holographic card. And then here is a very, very interesting sale. I actually confirmed with the seller that this card was paid for, but it is a reverse holographic Sabrina's Suggestion from Team Up set that sold for $524 as a PSA 10. Huh? Now, even though this is a Pop 1 card, you can still get it raw, off Troll Toad, near mint condition, for 49 cents. So my question, community, who is paying $524 for a 49-cent card? Not this guy. Up next, a bunch of insanely valuable Japanese full art trainer cards. This one here is a Erica's Hospitality full art card from the Tag Team GX All-Star set, sold for $1,200 this week. Here is a VMAX Climax full art Gloria that sold for an even $600. Here is a Chinese full art Lily as a Gem Mint 10 that sold for $940. And then of course we saw Sightseer yet again, the two examples this week. One sold for $1,451, while the other one sold for an even $1,500. On to the vintage portion of the video with some base set. Here is a holographic Mewtwo in PSA 10. This is an unlimited version, sold for $560. Now this card is pretty easy to get your hands on. It did come from a base set theme deck, but then we saw a PSA 10 unlimited Blastoise sell this week for $2,852. And then a PSA 10 base set Chansey, which has the lowest population of PSA 10s in the base set holo variety. This card sold for an even $2,800 this week. And then I wanted to mention this PSA 10 first edition base set Bulbasaur. Still not quite the 30K we were imagining a couple years back, but this week one sold for $2,675. From Jungle Set, we saw a first edition holographic Scyther sell for $1,530. We had an unlimited Lieutenant Surge's Fearow from Gym Hero set sell for $787. And then here we had a first edition Erica Holo Trainer card sold for $430. And then the Lieutenant Surge first edition Holo Trainer card sold for $954. So it's not too often we see the Gaifu outperform the waifu, especially nowadays, but I thought I'd make mention of this. A couple of Shining cards from Neo Destiny. Here's a Shining Noctowl that sold for $1,275. The Shining Celebi First Edition sold for $1,575, while the Shining Mewtwo sold for $1,380 this week. A couple of magnificent E-Series cards in this holographic Gyarados from Skyridge that sold for $2,225, while this holo Blastoise from Expedition Set sold for $2,550. Here is a Rayquaza holo from EX Holon Phantoms that sold for $945, and then we saw a Vaporeon Gold Star from EX Power Keeper sell for $1,700. Here we have a Lugia reverse foil from Secret Wonders. Not a card we see come by very often. This one sold as a PSA 10 for $2,750. And then we have this reverse holographic Pikachu from Arceus set. Also not a Pikachu you see very often. This card sold for $710. Here we have a Charizard G from Supreme Victors. I do not believe this is a holographic card. It sold for $590 this week. And folks, it's been quite a while since we've seen a PSA 10 Legend card come through from Heart Gold, Soul Silver. But here is a Suicune and Entei Legend card in PSA 10 that sold for $405. And then here we saw both pieces of the Ho-Oh Legend card, both PSA 10, sell for $2,025. So although I think this is a magnificent illustration of Ho-Oh, I would really rather it be on one card. I'm not a big fan of assembling the cards together. What do you all think? Do you like piecing the cards together, or do you like it all on one? Let me know in the comments. Also from Heart Gold Soul Silver is a promo Lugia holographic that sold for $2,025. And then here is a Moltres Cosmos holofoil from Next Destinies. This is a Pop 1 card that sold for $2,325 big ones. Up next we have a bunch of cards from SM Pratt. Not all of them, but a lot of these coming up here from SM Pratt's auction block. Here is a holographic Gyarados from Legendary Collection in PSA 10 that sold for $305, while the reverse holo Magikarp from Legendary Collection sold for $1,995. And then this week we saw a slew of signed Pokemon cards come through in full force. Here is a PSA 9 base set Charizard signed by Mitsuhiro Arita, sold for $1,226. Here we have a PSA 8 Venusaur signed by Arita that sold for $2,325. And then a PSA 8 Shadowless Gyarados signed by Arita that sold for $2,225. On to some very expensive Japanese cards. Here is a Shining Magikarp holo that sold for $5,600 this week. And then we saw an OG Birthday Pikachu that sold for $866. A couple of Japanese Gold Star. Here is a Regice Gold Star in PSA 10 that sold for $1,337. And then a Gold Star Kyogre that sold for $2,075. Here we have a Japanese promo Illusions Zoroark 3rd grade winter card that sold as a Gem Mint 10 for $4,050. And then just a few more Japanese cards. Here is an Umbreon EX that sold for $1,455. And then here is a Pikachu Japanese promo Battle Festa card that sold for $2,850, with a Mew holographic Battle Festa card that sold for $2,376. On to some sealed product. Here is a limited collection Master Battle set that sold for $2,222. And then here, this is very weird, folks. It is an iconic mystery box where you get one PSA 10 Vintage Holo. And I think this can range anywhere from like 1999 to like 2009, maybe further, I'm not sure. But we had several sales of this come by. One sold for $410, another one sold for $424, all the way up to $910. So you'd really have to get a banger out of this iconic mystery box. You only get one graded card in it, I guess. So it would have to be like something on the box there. But I'm not thinking it's gonna be, so anybody looking at these boxes, you might want to consider taking a hard pass, especially with the way these prices are. I'm not sure how legit these auctions are, so I just want to make mention of this because it was something I never seen before. And we also have some more weird sealed product sales. This is from Heritage, a base set unlimited box that sold for $32,400. And then last week we saw a Fossil First Edition box sell for $19,200. So perhaps these were just chill bidded, most likely. I don't know. Maybe someone just threw caution to the wind and wanted to get their hands on some vintage WotC boxes. I don't know. But both of these boxes that's double the price that they're actually worth nowadays. Or at least that's what they've been selling for. So yeah. But here is a base set unlimited sealed blister pack with Charizard on it. Sold for $840, which is nothing impressive, but I wanted to make mention of this sticker on it from Sears when this was back when this used to be $2.99. Yeah, it's always so crazy to think about how these packs were that cheap at one point. On to the PWCC weekly auction recap. We saw an unlimited Shining Gyarados from Neo Revelation in PSA 10 that sold for $3,600. Here is a no symbol jungle holographic Snorlax, sold for $3,480. Here's a Gold Star Alakazam in PSA 10 that sold for $3,240. Here we have a CGC 10 Perfect Misty's Gyarados from Gym Challenge set, sold for $1,530 this week. A bunch more signed cards. Here's a reverse holographic Charizard from the Legendary Collection signed by Arita. It's even got a little Charizard artwork on it there, which is pretty cool. This sold for $2,880. Here is a Shadowless base set Charizard, kind of the same deal. It's got the autograph, got a little design of the Zard, sold for $2,520. And then here is another one. This is the Japanese base set Charizard with the autograph, the whole 9 yards, sold for $3,720. And then lastly, for the signed Zards, we had a first edition base set Zard that sold for $9,300. Here is a very interesting card. This is a CGC 6 Dark Golbat card from Team Rocket set, and as you can see, it is severely miscut. I think the card above it, it says is a Dugtrio. So it's a coated Spectra Tech foil test print card, sold for $4,080 this week. Here is another autograph card, but this one is from Ken Sugimori. It is a Feraligatr Holo from Neo Genesis set, PSA 9, sold for $4,920. So it's very obvious to everyone that the Sugimori signature is much more valuable than Arita's. I think because he's must sign a whole lot less than Arita does. So that was pretty interesting. Here is an Illusions Zoroa promo, kindergarten winner card, sold for $8,700. Here is a base set unlimited Charizard in PSA 10 that sold for $11,400. And then we saw the Illusions Zoroa promo first grade winner card that sold for $13,200. Which brings me to the final auction, and it was a Japanese Crystal Charizard in PSA 10 that sold for an even $15,000. Thank you so much for watching, folks. I appreciate it more than you know, and I will see you in my next one.